Good evening. Welcome to Last Minute Betting with the Sports Nuts. Brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company. Bob and Mike here. Mike's excited. I'm excited. Live chat available. Like this video. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. And don't forget, got those links for BetMGM and PointsBet for sign-up bonuses. Underdog Fantasy and Thrive Fantasy deposit match there. Got to just comment right away. Stephen Batsa was very happy with you this morning, Mike, that you came up with the Lamar Jackson player prop because he bet it. He also bet your fourth quarter bet. You came through and made some money for that guy last night. All I can say is way to go. That's what last minute betting's about. Hopefully we've got some new people coming in here. And there's Steven right there. He's here every time. Good morning or good evening, Steven. Did you vote, Mike? I did. I just want to show you here. I voted.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. You know what I did do, Bob? I did enjoy that game a little bit last night. We had a couple of winners, as we talked about. I did not bet the Saints. Bob kind of forced me to give a lean. I did not bet the Saints last night to win the game outright. It was a weird game for me. I really didn't have a good angle. I guess Baltimore looked like the right angle to take in that spot, I guess. But so be it. We were able to find a good play that ended up hitting for us, and that's all we can ask. And let's just call that play, Bob, from here on out. Let's just call that the screenplay, because that's where we found the play using the OddsJam screen. So we'll just call that our screenplay.
Steven, that's actually not true. I did not bet the under. The under came up as a positive EV later on. I bet the over completely in that game. I had the little butterfly play that we found on Morning Coffee Bud, and that's what I hit. It also, I pointed out that it became a positive EV play later on the under, but I did not bet it. It was not in my – I might put a Lakers game on Christmas in today's parlay. You did?
I don't think I have a bet out today. No, I don't have no Christmas Day Lakers bet that I can think of. You'll have to refresh me on that.
But no, I understand what you're saying, but it came up. You know, there are times, and Mike, maybe you can explain this to everybody. There are times that it is positive, an over is positive V in the morning, and come around later on, it becomes a positive EV on the under. And why is that?
Yeah, Bob, I would venture to guess that maybe a lot of people started hammering, that play that was showing up, and lines are starting to maybe shift the other direction. But we found some good last minute bets for sure. I like to get on my bets a little earlier, but then again, sometimes it pays off to wait a little bit. It just depends. I always kind of have a mixture of some in early and some not in, some last minute.
Well, the thing is that tonight we have no NBA. And we have college basketball, and there's not as many positive EV plays tonight. There were a ton of player shots on goal, Mike. On positive EV. I mean, just a ton today.
There was, yes.
And the thing is that a lot of those plays, like right now, if I'm going to go and share my screen right now and show you where the recommended filters are at this moment, that Blues Flyers under 5.5 is still there, and it's still a plus 125 on PointsBet. And the Kyle Connor under is still there. This is a relatively new one. First half total points between Ball State and Toledo. Under 26.5. That has come up. 22-cent market with. Let's look at this play a little bit. Minus 125 looks like that's exactly what DraftKings has it, and minus 110 is what we can get it on Caesars. Pretty good play. One thing that I like to do here, folks, is between the no vig fair odds and the actual play. Man, if it's another 4 or 5 points is really good for me. But this seems to be a fairly decent bet.
Probably a small wager on that. I don't know. I wouldn't put a full unit on that, are you?
Yeah, I'll put a half a unit on it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And not getting a lot of books giving you a play on it, but it does look like, as you said, a couple of books did favor the side you're on. Pretty good play there. Right. Yeah, I would sprinkle a little bit there.
Now
Steven says maybe it's another Mike. Rockets, Thunder, Pistons, Lakers. Yeah, that would be. I have no Christmas bets. Yeah, I wouldn't be touching Christmas bets this early. No doubt about that. I will say this real quick, Bob. My video yesterday in the NBA, we had 2 units on the New York Knicks +4. That hit. We had a full unit on Banchero over 35.5 PRA. That hit. And we had a half a unit on Al Horford under 1.5 player made threes, but that did not hit. But as I mentioned, we only put a half a unit on the Al Horford play. We put a full unit on Banchero, and we put 2 units on the Knicks +4. So if you tailed that video, we had a good day, and we've actually had a couple of good days with our NBA bets. So be sure to tune into those, and let's see if we can keep it up.
So check this out. Now, these are plays that have come on. This shows that I played this. I actually made a normal bet on this morning, the Blues on the money line. It's become a positive EV bet as the day has gone on. But we also have a mini butterfly play because we also have a positive EV play for the Blues and Flyers under 6.5, and that's minus 126. I really, really like that one.
I like that under as well. Bob, I'm going to share my screen because we're at the last minute here, and I got an NHL parlay on the OddsJam website that you guys can tune into. We have not been doing great with these. It's usually one. Last night we had both legs did not hit. Edmonton and Calgary did not come through, but tonight I'm going with Ottawa on the money line, and I'm going with the Rangers on the money line, Bob. Ottawa is they've got 4 wins on the year, and they've all been at home. They've lost some at home, but they've won all their games at home. They're on a losing streak. Got to look for them to bounce back. And not only that, Bob, Cam Talbot is in net tonight. He returns from injured reserve. That should help Ottawa being at home in this spot like that. And then I'll take the Rangers on the money line.
Wow. Okay. All right. I'm with you.
So that is my NHL Picks and Parlay article on the OddsJam website. Make sure you tune in to those, posted every day. And then as far as what's out here now, Bob, nothing. I liked the under that you had in that Blues Flyers game. Nothing that I'm really on. I've got some bets in that I'll show you in my bet tracker in a second. Maybe you look at Kevin Hayes over 2.5 player shots on goal, Bob, at plus 100. Seems to have pretty decent value on it. That one would definitely be one worth taking a look at. Do have some NFL bets starting to pop up, but again, I'm going to wait on that. So I'll go to my bet tracker here real quick, and we will see what bets that I've got out here tonight. And it looks like one of them is an NFL one. It looks like the only one I ended up hitting player prop wise, Bob, is I took McDavid on his over. But that was from last night that didn't. So, no, I don't have anything out here tonight. I was wrong.
Then let me take over because I got all kinds of stuff. I've been betting all day long, folks.
Yeah, that one didn't grade, did it, Bob?
He did 2 parlays, Rangers,
Oh,
Red
that's
Wings.
supposed to be from tonight is Tuesday. No, that is for tonight. So yeah, I got Connor McDavid tonight over 3.5. They just played last night, and I thought I had a play on him last night too. I was confused. Yeah, I just looked at my bet. I've placed the bet. Yeah, I've got Connor McDavid tonight over 3.5.
So he's got 2 parlays, Rangers, Red Wings, Lightning, and Rangers, Red Wings, Lightning, Sabres, Maple Leafs, Blues. Whoo! That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff. All right, let me share my screen real quick.
I like it.
I want to show you all this.
Definitely love the Rangers tonight.
All right. So something that I showed earlier today, which had just happened within the last 24 hours, is now when you go to a sport, you are now getting the money line and what they call the spread, or the puck line in this particular case, and the over and the under. You can hit here to go to the game, or not to go to the game, to go to the book. Here, you can go directly to the puck line and see all of the alternate plays right there. That is, once again, Mike, a huge, huge time saver. And then, of course, we have this drop down here that you can go and pull up, the next game and go directly to it with all 3 right there. But there are so many game changers that OddsJam is coming up with from a time perspective. It's huge. I want to show you, Mike. People are blown away by the fact that I bet so little and have so much profit. It's only one reason, folks. It's positive EV. About 5,500 of my betting profit is coming from positive EV. You find the plays and you bet them. I really very quickly want to go through my bet tracker and let you guys see. I took the Sabres -1.5 tonight. I took total goals in Ottawa and Vancouver over 6.5. I took the Blues on the money line. They've got to end this losing streak at some point in time. I mean, they just have to. I didn't take them on the money line last night. I took them on the puck line +1.5. And if it wasn't for that last stupid power play goal, it would have covered, but it didn't. I lost by the hook. Then I've got the Lightning and the Oilers under 6.5, which you might think that that's very weird, but that's what I played. I also did play that under 5.5 total goals between the Flyers and the Blues. And of course, we have the under 6.5 there too. Those are all positive EV plays there. And then some Justin Falk over 2.5 player shots on goal is a positive EV play. Cider under 2.5 player shots on goal is also a positive EV play too. And then, we've got all these other ones here too. We hit Ball State and Toledo over 49.5 total points. That's why this one here is on the under in the first half, but the total is only 49.5. So we'll see what happens. We took Hartford +8, and we took the Flames on the money line this morning, and the Flames and the Devils under 6.5. And there's that Lamar Jackson over 59.5. That was a great bet last night. All right. So that kind of catches you up with what we got going on. Last minute betting with the Sports Nuts. We've been telling a lot of people that, we have this show going on. What's Steven got going on now? Good night to do NHL, because a lot of these matchups are strong teams versus weak teams. True, but man, I'll tell you what. The NHL is all over the place right now, man. It really is.
It is. And, it feels like in this Blues-Flyers game, it feels like a trap. The Flyers are at home, and you can get them for plus odds. It feels like the books kind of know the Blues are going to bounce back tonight as they're offered. I think best odds probably finding them for is about -130 or so. So
Well, we got it for minus 120 this morning.
Yeah, so I do think the Blues will likely bounce back tonight. However, I'm not one to trust them, so I'm staying away completely from it in that instance. So I do think let's use the screen, Bob, if we can, and go see if we can find I got a couple of options for player shots on goal that I'd like to look at.
Okay. All right, let me go to screen. By the way, this is a great tool. And let's go to NHL. And while we're here, let's do the drop down and go to the player props and player shots on goal. What are you looking for?
Yeah, let's go in Tampa Bay, Edmonton, Bob. And let's see what we can find for Kucherov. You know, he's third in the NHL. Well, he's definitely up there in shots on goal. I don't think he's ranked as high as I said he was, but he's certainly up there in the top 10 at least.
Okay, and I'm looking here to see if I can find anything on Kucherov. There he is. Kucherov, 3.5. 3.5 is pretty well lit across the board.
Across the board?
Yeah. You're going to find that with Stamkos, Kane, Kucherov, McDavid. The guys that are going to be 4.5 are Pasternak, sometimes Ovechkin, you know. So, you know, but your good plays are the ones, you know, you got Draisaitl at 3.5 too. Braden Point at 2.5 and Victor Hedman at 2.5 are actually probably a little better value in that game.
Yeah, I'm looking here, Bob, and seeing who we could potentially go with.
What do you think of Corey Perry, 1.5?
Yeah, I mean, I think I like it.
So we have to actually go into the game in order to place this bet. You can't place a bet from screen, but you can go to the book from screen. If you just want the money line and the spread and the total goals, the main markets, it's $49.99 a month, folks. If you want all the player props, it is $79.99 a month. Player saves. I want to look at this real quick. I actually have not gotten into this player prop this year in the NHL. And let's just look at this in the Shesterkin, 27.5 player saves. Ville Husso, 27.5. I want to see where the numbers are at here. Varlamov, 29.5. Looks like Grice is playing tonight, so 29.5 for the Blues. Vasilevsky, 28.5. I could see this going over. Could you not?
Yeah, I definitely could.
So what it does is it gives you the over number and the under right there, all in the same line on that particular book. So if you were to bet it on DraftKings, minus 125 on the over, the under is minus 105. And then obviously on underdog, it's both ways. But the thing that I like about this is that it's giving you an underdog play on every single one of these, which is really good to know for those of you trying to get your $100 deposit bonus played through. A lot of these numbers similar, Mike, anywhere from 27.5 to the highest is 31.5, and that's the goalie for Arizona. They're playing Buffalo, and that's why. But it looks like that's pretty standard stuff, except for this. This is the Buffalo goalie, 24.5. Wow, that's really low. Also gives you a perfect line there too, to go by. So great stuff. Screen is a great great tool.
What line do you have on Vasilevsky for saves?
27.5.
Was it 20? It was 27.5. Yeah. I mean, looking at it, Bob, I mean, Edmonton, I think they're second in shots against in the NHL. So Edmonton, as you know, plays a style that's up and down, and they give up some shots.
Yeah, I totally, though, expect this to be a tighter game because Edmonton can't play that style all year long and expect to get themselves playoff ready. That's just my opinion. All right. I got nothing else, Mike. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to rock it out here.
Yeah. NBA tomorrow night. We'll be back. NHL tonight. Let's hit some of these bets and let's get it.
Thank you, guys. You take care. See you tomorrow morning. There I am. Peace. Boy, I'm having problems figuring out where my